Hello again, everybody. It's Jerry Slater for Your Town at Work. And we are here. We always say when we interview folks that we're going to come back, but we never do. But this time we did. We're back at the Senior Center, and we actually have the great pleasure right now to be here with the director, Kerry McCarthy.
Thank you.
And we're going to actually kind of talk a little bit to multiple members of the team here at the Senior Center. So, Kerry, first of all, welcome back, and it's great to see you.
Well, thanks for having us, and thanks for coming to us. We appreciate it.
Well, we love coming here, and it's always, the parking lot is jammed today. There's lots going on, just like every day. Mm-hmm. But wanted to talk to you a little bit. Since we were here, and we were here probably 3 years ago, or so, there's some new things here at the Senior Center. We're going to talk about that. But first, let's talk about who should come to the Senior Center. If I'm thinking I'm too young, too old, what's the deal?
You're never too old. We welcome anyone 60 and older here at the Senior Center. And there is something for everyone. You're never too young to come to the Senior Center. If you're 60, you're welcome to come. We have exploded in the 60s and 70s. The people are coming in a lot younger now, but we want folks out there in the community to know that you need to come give it a try. There's so many different exercise classes, programs, educational events, parties. We love a party here. But even if you don't want to come to the center and want to use our transportation program, there is something that we offer for everybody in town.
So we'll talk about transportation in a second, but if I'm thinking I'm 60, I'm in my 60s, hypothetically, and I'm thinking, oh, I don't know anybody, I don't really know what to do if I came to the center. What would you say there?
I would say come in. When you first come in, we register you. We give you a little key card, and we'll give you a tour. And what I can say is most rewarding is when somebody comes in and doesn't know anybody. Then they come in and they just watch an exercise class. Then they participate in the exercise class. Within a couple of weeks, they're in the cafe after the exercise class, a whole new group of friends socializing. Then they're going out to lunch. So people who have come here and know nobody, they now have a great group of friends, and they're doing things outside the Senior Center as well. They just got to take that first step in here.
Yeah, so that's, and you know, I can attest that everybody here is so welcoming, and especially your team. One of the things that's changed, and I know because of just some of the things that have happened with transportation, and a new service, relatively new, that you are offering here is transportation. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we now have a medical transportation program here. We forever only had the one Senior Center bus, so we didn't go out of town. So fast forward now, where we don't have a hospital in town, we don't have a taxi service in town. So we did have a great taxi voucher program, but we don't have any taxis to serve us. So we got one medical van and started to do some out of towns. And then as the increase went on and the need went on, we got another one. And then Norwood Light Department also donated an electric vehicle. So now we have 3 vehicles to go out of town. So we are going to Newton, Needham, Foxborough, we're going all around the surrounding towns, and we're closing out days because it's so busy. It's a free service. You just have to be patient with us, because sometimes you will have to wait for your return ride, and we can't take you if you're having a procedure done and need someone signed out. But it's been a great service, especially for folks who maybe just got a knee replacement and have to go to PT for a few weeks and can't drive yet. So they're so appreciative of that, because they wouldn't be able to get to PT otherwise. So it's taking the pressure off the individual themselves, it's taking the pressure off the family to take time off of work to take them to the appointment. So it's been a great service, and we're fortunate that we do have a grant through Beth Israel Needham that helps pay for our drivers, and through Mass Council on Aging's that helps pay for our drivers. So we have 4 per diem drivers as well as our full-time bus driver.
If somebody wants to take advantage of that, how would they do that?
They need to call, especially if it's an out of town, a couple of days ahead, and get on the schedule. and we just ask you to fill out a registration form so we can have the emergency contact, and you have to be able to ambulate yourself. We can't bring you into the doctors, et cetera, because we can't leave the vehicle.
Yeah, and again, not for procedures, but something like PT,
Right,
appointments, and
right,
stuff
dentist,
like that.
eye, vision, all out of town. And because people are now being brought to different hospitals when they go out in an ambulance, their follow-ups are out there as well. So if they're brought to Needham, now their appointments are Needham. So with the hospital gone, it's really created a great need for medical transportation.
So again, with that, is it just for medical, or
The out of town is just for medical. The in-town transportation, we will take you to do all your errands. We take you to the senior center, grocery shopping. We do Tuesday trips. But the medical, the out of town rides are strictly for medical.
Okay, that's a great service, especially the taxis are, the taxi program, subsidized taxi program is pretty much gone because there are no taxis. And then again, the ride is, I think everybody knows who's had that personal experience with that.
Right.
Not exactly the most reliable.
For sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
So.
And Uber, it's easy to say, well, they can Uber or Lyft. Some of them just not comfortable getting into a car with somebody they do not know. So it's just we're that backup. We will recommend Uber and Lyft if we know somebody really needs the ride. There's been times that someone's been stranded that I've had to send an Uber or Lyft for them. No fault of our own, but just their family couldn't show up or something. But we really try to get the people to the appointments.
Well, that's great. I can't let you go without congratulating you on your recent award.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Tell I think you were surprised by, was it KISS 108?
I was very surprised by KISS 108. I've never expected them to walk into my office. So my younger son, Michael, he loves KISS 108, and he listens to them, and they have this contest for local legend. So he nominated me, basically because I drove him crazy during COVID. And so I think that what I love about it, I was totally embarrassed. I don't like things like this. I had no idea they were videoing me because they had a microphone in their radio, so I didn't expect a video. But I love that he gets what we do, and I love that he gets how important it is to give back to your community. So if I have, and now they're using it as a promo for their 2025, they're using my interview as their promo. So I keep hearing now that I'm back on the radio, but it was great that he did that. It was.
No, and that's really special, and even more special, I didn't realize that it was your son.
Yeah, it was my son who nominated me,
you,
right.
So that is awesome.
Yeah, it was quite a surprise.
And, by the way, very well deserved.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So before we move to the next segment, Carrie, anything else that you want, that's new here at the center that you want the public to know about, or anything you just want them to know?
You know what? Our lunch program, our intergenerational lunch program, I think that many people are aware of it because we're doing about 400 lunches a week. So we do know that people know about the program, but it is an affordable. It's $5. You get a soup, an entree, and a dessert. If you are homebound and need it delivered, we will absolutely do that. We will deliver it. We can do grab and go where you can just pick it up out front, or you're welcome to have it here. So it is a great service. It's not perfect. Sometimes you wait a little longer for your meal, but it's a group of students that are learning the culinary arts, and so sometimes, we may not have your lunch ready at noon, but it is ready, and most people are very patient. But it's a great program, and it's a very affordable option because you can really get 2 meals out of it.
Yeah, and when we're filming this was actually the dead of winter, or one of the coldest days of the year. So a hot meal,
right?
That you can, especially it might be your main meal of the day.
For sure.
If you're a senior. Right. So.
And some of them just have the soup for lunch and then save the entree for dinner. So for $5, and if you cannot afford it, just reach out to me. No one will know. We will absolutely take care of you and make sure you get a meal. Cost should not be an issue for you not to have a meal. That's
great. So you're covering all the bases. We've got the transportation, we've got the food, and we've got the welcoming atmosphere at the Senior Center. In a moment, we're going to find out about the programming because we're going to have Nancy Kelleher join us right after this. back with Nancy Kelleher, who is the programming director here at the Senior Center, and we just had a lovely chat with Carrie. She's built you up, so
great.
she did the pitch that anyone, if you're 60 or over, come on down. You're never too young. You're never too old. But you're going to tell us all the cool programming that happens here at the Senior Center, why they should come down.
Well, that's the first thing is why I work here is a fabulous center. And if you're home alone or, just bored to death with this cold winter, you should be coming into our center because we have so much to offer. We have exercise classes starting from early morning up till 11 o'clock. So there's a class for everyone. So if you're looking even just to stretch out for yoga, there's different yoga classes. We have a gentle exercise. We have Tai Chi. We have a lot of exercise, but besides
Pilates,
that,
I think.
Yep, we have
Pilates.
Pilates. We have card games. So even if you wanted to come and learn to play Mahjong, we have Mahjong classes, and we have bridge, we have cribbage, and I think I'm missing one more. But just come on up, and all are welcome. And another thing that I do that I love to do is I start to do trips. So the trips, I have a trip starting. I love to do encore. I throw in encore. So if you're out there, just call me. I'll let you know when the next one is. And then I start to do day trips, which will go up to like New Hampshire, Rhode Island, just to get out of town for the day. Even most people maybe heard me and Dee did a trip going to Ireland, and that went off fabulous. So that was in October. So I don't have anything in the works like that right now, but there might be something up Nashville.
We heard Nashville.
Oh,
yes. Come on.
Yeah.
So maybe Nashville in the fall?
Yeah. Yep. So
Yeah,
we're going to check that out. And
so with
yep.
the trips, and again, people, if they have some physical limitations, how do you work? They still
well, they
able
can
to-
come and speak to me or call me. I would prefer, because some that I will be booking. I try as much as possible if someone has a cane or they've gone on the trips with a walker, but some aren't made for someone with a cane or walker, because if they're on like a boat, there might be steep stairs. But I try to inform people beforehand. They can always connect with me. I'd be happy to tell them. Most a flat surface, but there might be a little bit walking. Like if I did the Newport, Rhode Island mansions, there's a good amount of walking. And I let people know, but a good amount can do the trip, so yeah.
And you've done some fun things around town too. I think during the holiday season, you did you took everybody to see the different houses and stuff.
Oh
like that.
yeah, Ellen took a bunch of people on her bus, and there was like a contest with the lights. I think with the Civic.
Yep.
They had a contest, and we're thrilled to see the different lights. So that was fun. And on my trips, I've had on a day they went to La Salette to see the lights. Yeah.
Yes, so so exercises, there's a set schedule for
Yes.
the exercise classes. What about special programming? And I know there's a couple of things going on. And again, we don't want to date ourselves with the schedule, but if people want to find out what's going on, what's the best way to do that?
Well, we put out the newsletter, so some people can get the newsletter mailed to them. And again, I have a section with trips, and we have events. So whether you want to sit and listen to music or dance, get up and dance a little bit. So we have from entertainment, we have also two speakers coming in, like nutritionist. We have heart health. So maybe someone to come and speak on diabetes, different things. Again, we try to put them out there, and people can sign up, or you find that newsletter. We even put it out at the town hall, the newsletter. We, like, again, come in, pick it up. We can give you a tour around the building to show you around, and everyone's very friendly, get to meet each other, and you get to have friends. So,
Which
yeah.
is great. If somebody wants to suggest programs, What should they do?
Oh, they can speak to me.
Okay.
Yep, they can
So-
either call me, or they can email me. But yeah, if they call me or come in to chit chat, that's always great.
Yeah, because I know you're always welcome. You love suggestions.
Yes.
And have done some programming
Yep.
around that.
Also,
About
too, another nice thing is some of the people, if they do go to another center, and just by chance they hear a singer, one of the ladies from Mahjong, she was so cute, she was just like, hand me a card, oh, this lady's fabulous, I had her in. So, I mean, that's a nice way, too. So we all try to help each other, and yeah.
which is awesome. Well, Nancy, you know, of course, your personality also. I mean,
I don't know if it shines through here. I'm kind of nervous on TV, but yeah, if you're home, I have a serious side, but I have a fun side as well. I love to dance around, make everyone feel at home, because my parents are gone now, but I mean, I would want them to feel welcomed, and everyone is. It's fabulous, from our volunteers to, you know, people teaching a class or anything. We have a card making class going on today. We just had floral arrangement going on. I have a really big, a really great, well, let's see, it's a four-week program. It's called Life Transition Binder. It's cost $50, but it's well worth it. Because what happened with us, Jerry, is when my parents passed, they wouldn't let us go through the drawers to organize stuff, old-fashioned. But so this way, you get a class, and it's with Sandra Bacher, and you pay the $50. She has a notebook, and it's chock full of all information that you'd need. So say if someone had a stroke or something, you would know their password. It would be right in there. You would know their doctors. Like, even way more important, like, how do they pay their car? Do they own it? You know, where do you find the information? So it's all in one section, not like all over the place. So,
oh, that's great.
so I have another class coming up soon. So again, they can reach out to me or look in the newsletter, and yeah, always willing to help anyone and do fun things. So, yeah.
And again, not just for, I mean, this is the Norwood Senior Center, but seniors from other towns also can participate.
Oh, yes, yep. Yeah, and they do.
Okay.
So all are welcome.
All right, so we're going to end it there.
Okay.
But we're going to wait to hear about that Nashville trip.
All right.
I got to tell you, the NCM team is very excited to.
Do you want to
get
go?
home. You may, you know, actually put me on the list.
All right.
Put me on the list.
And if you're home listening, which I know you are, come on down. Please come. Bring a friend and come on in.
Come and see Nancy at the Senior Center. Thanks, Nancy. We're actually going to come back in a moment with Kathleen and hear about outreach.
Thanks.
Norwood Community Media is proud to cover many of the special events that are held at the Morrill Memorial Library. The Simone Room is a place where members of the Norwood community can meet award-winning and best-selling authors, presenters, and town officials. If you are unable to attend these events, NCM rebroadcasts them on our community channel, and they are also available on demand. Norwood Community Media and the Morrill Memorial Library, a partnership for the town of Norwood.
We are back again, and I am here with my new friend, Kathleen Rooney, who is the outreach coordinator.
That's right.
Got it right here at this senior center. All right, Kathleen, I've got to ask, what does the outreach coordinator do?
I do a lot of different things, which makes my job very interesting and fun. Mostly information and referral. People will call in and say they've noticed a change in their loved one, and you know what kind of services are available for them. Also, people will call in and say, you know, I think I need a medical alert device now. You know, do you have any suggestions? Or looking for a list of plumbers, or all different. I have a lot of different referral lists that I can give people. That's the main part, but I also help people with applying for SNAP, which is formerly food stamps, applying to public housing, applying for fuel assistance. My coworker Dee and I split that. I work with people 60 and over, and she works with people 59 and under. And I also chair the Norwood Anti-Scam Task Force in town. And then, I have an open door policy, so every day people come in and, can you help me get this app on my phone? Or can you help me, look at this letter, it doesn't seem right, is it a scam? So just a lot of different things all day long, which makes it exciting and fun.
So it's really, you're the person that someone would come to if they need help with whatever.
Yes.
And there's
They can start with me, and if I can't help them, then I'll try and find the person that can help them. Yes.
Yes, you hunt them down, you hunt down trying to, and I know I did at one point. I was looking for, I think, someone to do a home pedicure for my mother at some point, and I think we were indirectly, so something like that, and it could be also, how do I fill out this form?
Right, yeah.
What's the most common request that you seem to be seeing?
It's mostly, when they notice a change and they need, HESCO services, or they need home health aides, Meals on Wheels, or things like that, or someone's just coming home from rehab and they don't know what kind of services to get in place for their loved one. Those are mostly the calls, but lately it's been a lot of food insecurity and housing insecurity, unfortunately. So that's tough. Those calls are tough, and we try and help the best we can. So.
And with kind of we're post pandemic, but we're still, COVID is still a reality.
Yes.
Diseases. Do you get involved in if people are feeling isolated and they don't know what to do, or?
Yeah, we'll get those calls sometimes, and we'll just let people know what we have up here, and we let them know that, masks are optional, and some people do wear masks. They wouldn't be the only one wearing one. And, we have our transportation that could bring them here if they weren't driving anymore. So we do, and we try to get people in that way. And usually, if they get in the door the first time, they're going to come back. You've met with Nancy, and she she gets them to come back.
Right.
So that's good.
And for you, we've been talking about who should come to the senior center, but reaching out to you again, is it the same someone who's here in Norwood who's 60 or over? And
Yes. And you don't have to live in Norwood to come to the senior center. We do have people from different towns. People can join multiple senior centers. So, and that's another thing. We do outreach to, Nancy and I have gone out, Dee and I have gone out to different public housing buildings to try and let them know exactly what we do here, and try and get them to come up too. So, yeah.
it's helpful to know that. You mentioned HESCO, and I know there's also a SHINE program. What's the relationship with that?
Okay. So HESCO is the local area agency on aging that Norwood residents are serviced by. They have Norwood and I think 12 other surrounding towns. So they run the SHINE program, but we have two counselors that come here, one on Tuesday and one on Wednesday, to help people with their Medicare applications or Medicare questions. But it's a volunteer program, but it's actually run by HESCO.
Okay.
So.
And that's for Medicare questions. And then I think this time of year and annually, tax assistance also?
Yes. So Nancy has set up volunteers through AARP to come in starting in February. And I think there's three people coming in. I don't know if it's multiple days a week or just one, but we've already started taking appointments. So I don't know if there's any appointments left, but usually we do have a wait list. But unfortunately, sometimes people can't come at the last minute. So even if you do end up on the wait list, you can, very possible you'll get in. So, yeah.
So Kathleen, if someone needs help from you, how would they do that? What's the best way to get to? Do they have to make an appointment?
Yes, if they want to make sure that I'm here when they come in, yes, they should make an appointment, and you can just call the main number at the Senior Center, which is 781-762-1201. I'm at extension 3. If they're already here for something and I'm not with anybody, they can just pop into my office, and as long as I'm not busy, I can help them. But if they want to make sure I'm here and not out at a meeting or something, it's best to call and make an appointment.
Great. So if you need help and you're a senior, Kathleen is your person.
More than willing to try and help, yes.
Okay. Anything that we missed that they should think about?
Just come up here and just to see what it's all about. We have a wide range of people from 60 to 100, so we have a wide range of programming, and it's just nice to see that, that's really like 2 different generations. It's nice to see the different generations interacting, and it's just a fun place to come. And plus we offer a lot of services too. So there are some things you may come in because you need to, but then you can stay for the other fun stuff. So.
Got all the bases covered. Well,
Yes.
that's great, Kathleen. Appreciate it. It's great to meet you.
Thank you.
I can attest you are also another welcoming person here, so
thank
people
you.
should call you if they need help. This has been a fabulous morning here at the Senior Center. I want to thank Carrie McCarthy, Nancy Kelleher, and Kathleen for spending time with us. While we've been sitting here, we've had lots of seniors come by who frequent the center who have been telling us this is the best place ever. So take it from them. If you're not going to take it from me, great morning at the Senior Center. And for Your Town at Work, I'm Jerry Slater.